Woo, woo, woo. Hi, everybody. Good afternoon, and welcome to Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. Hope you guys are doing well. Look, already getting ready for Christmas already, right? One day over. Happy. Hope you all had an incredible Thanksgiving, everybody. I'm sure you're all fatter right now, right? Every single one of you. Absolutely. Probably ate too much and probably not feeling too good. I know we're all in that same boat. Anyway, Ocean's Pit, welcome, everybody. The little show about big things. And thanks for tuning in, everybody. And every show we dedicated to the first responders, of course, the doctors and the nurses, the policemen, the firemen, of course, the teachers and the farmers. But mostly, I like to dedicate it to you and for you guys to watch the show every day. And people are doing. We're learning, we're growing every day. So we appreciate people like you tuning in, especially a day after Thanksgiving when you should be shopping or sitting on the toilet after eating it or doing what you're doing. People are still sleeping, I know, right now. So it's just the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday. It's just a whole crazy day. I want you all to check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com. Give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. And that's what it's about, man. This is fantastic. Now, don't forget, folks, that every show is brought to you by Eco Solar Solutions, where you always save more energy. 630-345-2964. And of course, I want to thank everybody from Trico Hair Experts. They do a great job, folks, recreating good hair days, whether it's for men or for women or for children. It's pretty simple, man. You got to call our friends Anthony and Carmela. They're right out of Rosemont, Illinois, 773-999-7888. That's Trico Hair Experts. And boy, oh boy, now you folks, you can see us live, not only on what you're watching right now on the Tony Ocean Show page, but you can also see us on YouTube. Make sure you go to YouTube right now, subscribe to YouTube so everybody can see the show, share the show, push the button and share the show, let everybody know it. Also, folks, if you can follow us on Twitter right there at the bottom of the line there, you can follow us on Twitter and you can see the show there live every day as well. Last but not least, the first part of the sponsors, folks, is Don Esteban Cigars. Now, they're right out of Tarpon Springs, Florida. You can get those hand-rolled cigars sent right to your home. Great gift giving, folks, for people who smoke cigars. It's amazing how many women, even women, smoke cigars. That's right. And they live just as long as the people that don't smoke. It's amazing statistics. Yes, there's always something else. They blame it on the smoke, but actually, it's actually something else that they'd actually die from. Anyway, that's it. Don Esteban Cigars, 727-366-7536. So we got a great show for you guys today. Joining us in about 5 minutes, my good buddy Leo Roth, one of the great guitar players from the brand new band. Of course, they've been around for a while, Hillbilly Rockstars. But instead of having him on the screen, Leo was kind enough to be sitting in right next to me. He's coming right into the room. He'll be here to co-host the show with me. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Richard Hamlin, Peter Prado, how you doing? Rosa, Ron Schammert, Joe Rossi, how you doing, buddy? Ricky Stokes, welcome. Kathy Apolito, hope you're doing well, Lou. And look at everybody who's watching the show this morning. I do appreciate it. So you know what, folks? Since we're here, let's start it. Let's go.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. And now, your host, Mr. Tony Ocean.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Ocean's Pit. Hope you guys are doing well. Hey, it's a great day, isn't it, folks? I hope, number one, you all had a great Thanksgiving dinner. We had a fantastic feast. But before we get into that, I want to thank everybody that showed up to Rosario's Black Wednesday in Roselle. Rhino Ryan did an incredible job. Jeff Dubray, great job. Also seeing some great friends there. So much for coming out. The Antonelli family, Susan DeCloser, Maria, was great seeing you. Laura Mizzi and her crew, Eric Todd. It was just great seeing some friends there, folks, the night before Thanksgiving. Now, you guys remember back in the day, the night before Thanksgiving, for people our age, was a huge night. It was the second biggest bar night after New Year's Eve. You remember? I mean, come on, you worked hard or you went to school and you knew that Wednesday you were going to go out and you're going to be able to stay out late and you'd be drinking all night, going to all different bars. How many people remember that? Felice, ¿cómo está, mi amigo? How many people remember that Black Wednesday, going out with your friends, bar hopping from one bar to the other because you knew it was going to be slammed? Now, the last few years, it's not like it is anymore. Our kids were out doing a bunch of different. They went to a place called Rookies and Bulldogs. It was crowded, but it was almost like a regular Saturday night. So this Wednesday before Thanksgiving, obviously, I even think before the pandemic, those Wednesdays weren't as crowded as they used to be before the pandemic. So yeah, Kathy remembers. Hi, Kathy. I hope you're doing well. Dave Zamel. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Yeah, it used to be great on those Wednesdays, and everything changes. But I used to love Black Wednesday, going out and, because you knew you'd have a good crowd no matter where you were. But thank you for the people that showed up at Rosario's. What a great night it was. Tonight we'll be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse with Rhino Ryan. And tomorrow will be at Taverna on Division in Melrose Park with my good buddy, of course, Rhino Ryan and Tony Toto. Taverna this Saturday. But I remember that. And the younger generation, I don't know. There's a lot of things that they're missing out on because everything's changed. The disco days, the 1, 2, 3, the nickel bag. I mean, yeah, all those places used to always have a good band or a good something special going on that Black Wednesday. And that was the good thing about it. It was a lot of fun back then. And then, of course, you wake up hungover for Thanksgiving, and you got to sit. It's crazy. Me and my wife were talking about this. My wife Laura and my sister-in-law Natalie. They're for 3-4 days, a week prior to Thanksgiving. They're planning everything. They're putting everything out. Do whatever they got to do, cooking and making this all beautiful, setting up the table, decorations, making sure that the Christmas trees are up. So when the relatives come over for Thanksgiving, it looks festive, right? And now they're working their ass off. And I'm sure like all your families are, working their ass off and trying to get everything together. And all of a sudden, so they put all this food together. They do all this shit. Hey, Leo, sit down, buddy. And they do all this shit. They put everything together. And then in 20 minutes, a half hour, the day is over. The kids are eating. Everybody's eating. So after the 2-3 weeks of putting everything together, the festivity's over. Then everybody's on the couch. They're watching the game. They're sleeping. They're burping. And that's it. All that preparation is crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us in the studio. Come on in a little bit, buddy. Move over. My good pal, Mr. Leo Roth. Leo,
how are you?
How you doing, man? What's going on with you?
Late as usual.
Oh, that's okay. It's great seeing you. Leo Roth, everybody from the Hillbilly Rock Stars is in the house.
For you.
Actually, look at that.
I lost the glass that goes with it.
That's okay. Well, that's the
Maybe you can
counts.
find it. That's the
I
job
can
for
find
you.
it. Thank you so much. What's going on, brother?
Well,
Everything good?
Yeah, I had to go to work. My boss had a death in the family, so I had to cover some stuff for him.
I'm sorry for that.
So
We were just talking about Thanksgiving, putting, with everybody's family back. We were just talking actually about Black Wednesday. Remember, we were growing up as kids.
Yeah.
We were out there. We stayed out late. All the bars you went to, you knew was going to be a good band that night.
yeah,
You went out to all the different places, and it was.
I had a good time Wednesday.
Yeah, see that? But you see it? Did you
But
see it change?
I was playing.
Me too. Did you see it change though, compared in the years since you've been playing? Have you seen the audiences dwindle down a little bit, even before the pandemic?
Yeah.
And why do you think that is? They're just getting older, or just that maybe the newer generation ain't grabbing onto it?
I don't know. Then people don't party the way we did.
Yeah, it's not like it is yet. Ladies and gentlemen,
They want to live longer.
They want to live longer. But I don't know, I know I see a lot more people dropping dead that are living a healthier life than guys like we're going out and drinking and having a good time like we are. Ocean Spit, the little show about big things, folks. Time for another quick sponsor if we can. So let's go to Let's order Don Esteban. Let's try the good friends, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that's right. Deutsch Power Center. That's right, folks. Deutsch Center, Great Lakes, servicing the construction and diesel industry in Chicago for the last 100 years. That's Deutsch Power Center, 224-276-6550. And don't forget, folks, now that winter is coming, houses are getting colder. So we need a little warmth in there. Time to change the windows. Airtight windows, siding and specialists. Family owned for the last 30 years for honesty and quality. Do it right with Airtight. Call my buddy Lou at 708-788-5000 for a free estimate. Tell him Tony O sent you. All right, so we got some other people. Dave Zamel was about. We had New York watching, New Jersey. We want our friends, Kathy. I think you're in Arizona, if I'm correct. Kathy Apolito is in California. So let's go back over here real fast to make sure we get it right. All right, some topics to talk about, folks. First of all, Leo, man, you grew up loving music, loving blues, loving rock,
loving the Beatles,
and Paul Revere and the Raiders.
And
right?
And it pisses me off that Paul Revere and the Raiders have never made it into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I think that's awful.
I think they definitely belong in the Rock and Roll. Mark Lindsay, one of the great rock and roll voices of all time. I really believe that they should be out there. But there's a lot of bands out there. We talk about that Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I don't know how that works. If they're politically, how do they get nominated?
I have no idea.
I have no disrespect to Jay-Z. I think he's great at what he does. I don't really listen to that music, but how is he in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Does that mean that you could put the Ramones in the Country Hall of Fame?
I think so. Heavy metal was won by Jethro Tull.
Tull one year, and that was the first one that everybody really freaked out about. It was like, yeah, it's crazy. How is the band doing? How is everything going on?
Band is great. Band is a lot of fun. No drama. Everybody gets along wonderfully. So the leader of the band is Scott. Has everything organized. Everything is laid out.
Cool.
It's like as I've gone through so many bands in my non-illustrious career, I finally fell into something, that's real comfortable and works well.
I'm happy for you. Now, if nobody ever had a chance to see the Hillbilly Rock Stars, what are they getting when they walk in the door?
A lot of country. Most of it's modern country. We do a couple of classic ones, but most of it's more modern stuff. And then we throw in some pop stuff, some classic rock.
What would be the pop stuff that you go into?
It's off by Justin Timberlake. Can't Stop the Feeling.
Okay.
We do that, and we do some Bon Jovi.
All right.
A little bit of that, but it's well received. Wherever we go, it's well received.
And it's good. You have to be a jukebox, when I had Richie on from Seventh Heaven, he said the exact same thing.
Yeah.
You have to be a jukebox. People want to hear. That's what and you just boom, boom, boom. And then when a new song comes in, you guys learn it, obviously, because it's the new top 100 or top 10. Yeah. Right. And so that's it, man. Well, I'm glad
somebody will just throw it out, and we basically go, okay, in another 3 weeks, we're going to have this one ready, and then we just go for it.
Well, you know what? Let me ask you something, though. Is there songs that when you get to and you go, I have to play that one again, right?
None of them are like that for me. Not yet.
Not yet, because they're still new, right?
Not yet. I'm still a new kid on the block, but I've been in them since end of May.
Okay, so, how about in your regular musical career? Let's just put that. Musical career, and you had to look at that set list. What was one song you always said, do I have to do What I Like About You or Brown Eyed Girl? What was the song? Yeah. Like with me, is Kicking the Head, and That's Amore. Drives me crazy. I know I've done it more than actually Dean Martin has performed it. I know I've sang it more times than he has.
Actually, those two would be on the top of my list too. I mean, I did them with you.
Yeah, right. So, it's songs, but you know what? Think about you.
But the thing is, you play them, and people love them.
How do you think Mick Jagger singing Satisfaction all those years?
I know, but it's paying the bills.
Ching ching.
Yeah,
it is. Well, we got some stuff to talk about, folks. Also, got a bunch of good shows coming up. Of course, let's start off tonight. We'll be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse tomorrow. we will be at Taverna on Division in Melrose Park. December 8th, folks, is Ocean's Rat Pack. Donnie G's, Bill Saratella, Elliot Winbush, here's Julie, Jerry Jams will be at Donnie G's dinner show. So picked up a couple new spots December 9th. We'll be at Positano's in Oak Brook, Illinois. Oak Brook, Illinois, Oak Brook Terrace. On the 11th, we'll be back in Norton's in Highland Park, one of my favorite places to play. And of course, the 15th will be at Tavern on the Point in Edison Park. Speakeasy, Ron Onesti Speakeasy on the 19th. Bellagio, my birthday bash on the 29th. We're excited about that. And of course, the 30th, a brand new place called Cucina Rustica. And then the 31st, Avanti Banquets in Fox River Grove for New Year's Eve. And then a Sinatra birthday party at the Speakeasy at the Club Arcada Speakeasy Theater in St. Charles. We'll be doing a special tribute to Frank Sinatra. The Windy City Tour, folks, starts March 11th, 2022. The Windy City Boys going to Florida. We're starting off on the 11th at the Windy City, at the Venice Community Center on March 11th. Me and Greg Reaney starting off there, and then we'll be going to the 12th and 13th at Joey D's and Marco Island. We got about another 5 or 6 dates to give it to you before that, but it kicks off the Windy City Boys March 11th at the Venice Community Center in Florida. So we're excited about that. All right, let's talk about some stuff. Did you know for a birthday present, Leo, since talking about music, Elton John gave Rod Stewart a Rembrandt?
I did not know that.
You didn't know?
Stole
You're
my
correct,
idea.
sir.
I was going to get you one.
There you go. Now listen,
Screw
I
that
don't know.
up on
Those
me.
things are expensive.
I would imagine.
One of those original ones. I don't know what
I
they
would-
go for.
I don't know. Probably not as much as Hunter Biden's kid.
No, Hunter, or
Hunter Biden.
how many think they would get? Wow, I'm glad we went right to that. That's good. How much you think that laptop's worth? If they ever find it.
If they ever
If
write.
they ever find it. But that's pretty cool. Elton John and Rod Stewart have been friends for so long, so it's very, very cool.
Yeah, I mean, what else are you going to buy somebody with that much money? You know what? Yeah.
I don't know. Would you spend that much money on something if you had it? If you become a trillionaire, a millionaire right now, what would be the first thing you buy?
I probably a nice car.
Nice car, maybe a
Yeah,
couple,
because
couple new
I'm
guitars.
a cheap ass when it comes to cars. You know,
You know what? You people just need it to drive and do what
Yeah.
you got to do. Hey, it is what it
I'd
is. But
splurge.
yeah, absolutely. And so this morning, our tradition in the family, after you get up, now I've not done this until I was with this family, Laura, but we get up for go to Black Friday and used to go to find that TV, whatever it was for a certain price. That's not us. No. We go for the 99-cent poinsettias that my wife loves decorating the house with. So at 5:30 in the morning, we're in
Really?
line. Oh, yeah,
Oh,
crazy.
man.
Now, this year we were disappointed. Now, for the last 5 years I've been with Laura, 4 years I've been with Laura. The day after Thanksgiving, we go to Home Depot. They're 99 cents, and you see mounds of people, crazy people with carts, and they fill in all these poinsettias. So my wife would take them to work, give them to everybody at work, give them to everybody when they leave the house. They get the postman. Everybody got a poinsettia. But this year we went there and they were $1.98 or $1.39, and they were
There you
very
go.
not many left. Inflation, of course. Then we went to Lowe's and we had 2 for $10, and so. But she had to be back to work by 7 o'clock because she works from her office at home. So yeah, it was crazy, but it was like a regular store day when we went. But
Yeah.
the last couple Black Fridays, people were like pushing and shoving to get this. And I remember when we used to go, you see the TV that was. Hey, Daryl Armistad is watching. Daryl,
Thank you, Jared.
Daryl, the professor. I will see you, Donnie G's, and also on New Year's Eve. So I hope you're doing well. Yeah, so that's the poinsettia thing. So my wife was
Yeah.
very disappointed that they weren't 99 cents, and like inflation.
Yeah.
Everything is changing.
I've never done the Black Friday thing. I can't handle lines. Like in anything, I can't handle lines.
I don't like sitting
just
around.
hate it.
I don't have any. I have no patience. You're absolutely right. Today, folks. Now, listen. Another thing that me and Leo have in common, besides music, of course, is Godzilla.
Godzilla.
And some of my models here, other ones are upstairs. I'll have to show Leo my collection. But we have a big thing for Godzilla, and I love the old. Last Saturday was Kong and versus Godzilla on Spenguli, which is, I watch regularly every every Saturday. But of course, I tape it because I'm working. But I
Did you
do
see
watch
the
it.
Amazing Colossal Beast a couple of weeks
Oh, yeah,
before?
that's actually a pretty good
That
one
was
too.
cool.
I've got this stuff actually on DVD, so I can watch it anytime. But yeah, it's good stuff. But so we'll remember this on November 26, 1988. There was a show called Mystery Science Theater. You ever used to remember that show?
No.
3000. They show the two dummies, two puppets,
Oh yeah.
and then they're watching
Yeah,
these
yeah,
bad
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
movies, and they're
Yeah.
like changing the words
Yeah.
on it. It's the funniest thing, man. And it was like a cult following type
Yeah,
of thing.
it
You
was
know what I
cool.
mean?
It was
Uh,
cool.
Very, very cool. So also we want to say good prayers to our friend Phyllis, the wife of Nick Hodges, Phyllis Hodges. She had a bad car accident, but she thought, not okay. Bad car accident. The car was her. The person who hit her. She was at a stoplight, and a 19-year-old kid got her from behind. The car is destroyed. They were okay, and they had some neck problems in the past, but they went and did a scan, and she was okay, and the driver was okay. It's just, 19-year-old kid got a brand new car, go out there, boom, bam, you hit somebody.
Yeah.
So, Phyllis, I'm glad you're doing better. Just horrible to have shit like that happen. You know what I mean? What do you got going on with you, Leah? What's going on in your life?
The band is about it. The
Yeah.
band, and I'm still working, and I'm gonna stay after the first of the year. I'm gonna start winding down, working part time, cutting some hours back.
That's good. How long you been?
And-
What do you do actually?
I'm in maintenance at North Shore Country Day School in Winnetka. It's a private school,
Oh yeah, that's
college
right.
prep school.
Now, how was
Good
all that
school.
when the COVID hit and the Zoom and all that? Were you still working?
No, we were out for everybody was out for 3 months, about 3 months.
Yeah.
The teachers were doing the Zoom, this kind of Zoom thing.
Uh-huh.
Maintenance, we were just off for like 3 months, and then they brought us back, and there's actually, when there's nobody there, there's plenty of stuff we can do that we
Yes, sir.
can't do when people are there.
Yeah.
And then they brought the kids back. Rooms got reconfigured, more spread out. We had the plastic, up between kids, and
Yeah.
and we're still it's still not 100% normal. Kids
No.
we're wearing masks.
There's
And all
people
of
there.
that.
Yeah. I mean, now at your gigs, are you seeing the masks?
I meanwhile, I started end of May, but pretty much everything was outside, so you didn't
Yeah.
see any.
Yeah.
Once in a while, and as we started to move inside, you pretty much saw the masks on the people who worked at the establishments.
Yes.
But the guests coming in, no, it was like the rules were never applied.
And the people that worked at it had to do it, or they would lose their job,
I would assume,
or the
the place would get fined,
or the health department would
Yeah.
come in and they would get fined. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but I see that. I don't see too many people too. And there's,
No.
I'm glad everybody's back out again. I'm glad people are doing what they're doing. So we just got to hope for the best here, folks.
We played a couple of weeks ago in Wrigleyville on
Okay.
Halloween weekend,
Okay.
and it was jam packed everywhere,
Yeah.
and nobody had masks,
No.
and nobody anywhere.
I see some still in the grocery store. I don't see too many.
Yeah.
I mean, I see some, see whatever,
If I go in a store, I put it on. I don't want to cause.
Sometimes I
don't
do,
wanna
sometimes
cause
I
grief
don't. But
for
it's
the
funny
people.
for the times that I didn't, because I run in, I don't have it, and
Yeah.
nobody says a word to me.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, most of the places, people that I know that work in retail, they're told you can't enforce it. We're not the police.
We're not the
We're not
police.
going to enforce it.
You don't have Mrs. Kravitz over here going,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
with your mask and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, listen to this, folks. Let's tell some stories here. According to Business Insider, Tesla is giving away free charging stations because they're worried about the holiday travel. Now, I don't know about these electric cars, Leo. I don't know what you think about this. So you have a friend of mine, Greg Rini, who used to be an entertainer here in Chicago. Now he does pretty well in the Florida area, which we're going to be with him at the Windy City Boys on the 11th. But we finished a gig last year in Florida when everything was up, open, and everybody was there. Florida didn't go by the rules, whatever. But we come out of the gig and he takes his phone out and he goes like this, and his car is parked like way in the other, and you see him pulled up right in front of him.
Oh, that's freaky.
And the door went up. It was almost like one of those old science fiction, whatever.
Yeah.
And so what are you thinking about electric cars? They say in 2025, GM's going to stop making regular cars.
2025?
2025, 2020. I mean, this is right around the corner here.
I think that's. I just don't see how it's going to happen. I don't. I think it's a really great idea for on paper, but I just don't see how all of it's going to happen.
Yeah,
nationwide. Look how many cars. Looking right here, how many cars are out there?
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Like us, we have 5 here.
What are you going to do where people live in apartments? How are there going to be charging stations everywhere?
Yeah.
Everywhere.
And for people that have gigs like us, if we're going to Wisconsin, we're going like the 4 or 5 hour, they're supposed to only be 300 miles or whatever it is. I don't know how many hours it is. So I don't know. We need to follow the rules. We're at 4.1. Not good. I have grandchildren. All right. So Marion saying about the mask situation. We are at 4.1. Now, obviously it's 4.1 because everybody probably got together because of the holidays, or I don't know what the thing is here. Marion, I think that's crazy. Ciao, Dan. Good afternoon, Tony. Just doing. How was your Thanksgiving, Marion? Thank you. Was very good. So we're talking about the electric cars. So we don't know. What are they going to do for those heavy powered machine vehicles or the tanks and stuff like that? Is everything going to be? I don't know. Now Greg Reedy swears on it. I don't think Greg's on today, but. He swears by it, so it should be interesting. I got a quote here, which makes a lot of sense to me. This is from Cleo from Ohio, actually Cincinnati. The most dangerous person in the world is the one who listens, thinks, and observes. The most dangerous person in the world is one who sits, listens, thinks, and observes. So obviously he doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Well, thank you for that. I don't know. Thank you guys sending us a bunch of stuff.
I don't know if I agree with it, but
that's thank God that right now we can still not agree with certain things. Folks, let's try to find out one more. We have Leo Roth here from the Hillbilly Rockstars. I like the way it's spelled too with the Z. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Let's talk about Portillo's. That's right, folks. We all love Portillo's, folks. You know that. It's time. Now, if you're looking for fundraisers, social groups, anything, non-share organizations trying to raise some money, here's what you do, folks. Portillo's will bring the food to your fundraiser, to your organization. Anything they sell over $200, you get 20% of the proceeds. Very simple. You call Joe Fank, of course, at 224-636-3646, or email him at jfankportillos.com. Get that done for you. That's Portillo's. And now, folks, I got to tell you about this. Excuse me. It's a holiday season. Gift giving at its finest. And, folks, here's how it's going to work. SteakSyndicate.com. I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse. You're talking to me? No, I'm talking to you. John Sirianni, a good friend of mine, Steak Syndicate. Now, you want steaks, chicken, burgers, pork chops, hot dogs, sent right to your home. This is stuff that you can get and what you'd get to in any other restaurant. High quality stuff. SteakSyndicate.com. Here's how it works. You join the club. You go right to promo code. You put SteakSyndicate.com, put promo code Tony Ocean. You get 25% off to get into the club. Once you get into the club, folks, you get also a 1 free tomahawk steak. So 25% off to become a member with the promo code Tony Ocean and 1 free tomahawk steak. These are steaks delivered right to your home, folks. Great. SteakSyndicate.com. All right, Leo Roth from Hillbilly Rockstars. Leo, what do you got coming up this weekend? Where are you guys at?
Tonight we are at Firewater in Mount Greenwood. That's around 111th and Cicero.
Nice place.
Thereabouts.
Yeah.
Next week we're at Saddle Up Saloon in Aurora.
Okay.
And the big one that we're kind of excited about is December 17th, where Joe's live.
Beautiful. In Rosemont.
And
yes.
I don't know what this is exactly, but apparently this is the 5th year they're doing it. They have an ugly sweater concept. contest.
Okay, I can see.
I
that.
don't know if we have to wear it the whole time we're playing. I don't see me wearing a sweater while I'm playing. It sounds hot.
Yeah,
But if
well,
that's what they
that's
want,
the
that's
thing.
what we'll do.
ugly sweater contest. Sure, I can see that. And Joe's Live is fantastic. The one, of course, in Rosemont. We played there with the Dream Police. We've played there also with the Rat Pack. Great room, great stage, beautiful place. Joe's Live. That's in Rosemont, Illinois.
Is
So
the
that's
Dream
good.
Police still going on?
Yeah, we're still together, but it's like we're only playing certain spots. We're only doing like opening acts for somebody. We don't want to go out and do the 3-hour whatchamacallit. We got Richard Marx coming up in February at the Des Plaines Theater, and we got 38 Special. So that's going to be a lot of fun with the Dream Police. So we're excited.
It's good to see Ron Onesti running up.
Yeah, and it's
up
great.
And running again.
He's running again. We do the speakeasy. I'm there twice a month. Once is Sinatra Sunday by myself, and once with the band. And it's just fantastic. And the crowds are there, and the people are there. Now we just opened the Des Plaines Theater, which we did with the St. Jude's benefit. And they raised over $22,000 with all those artists that came together. So Ron's doing an incredible job. Incredible job. Hey, folks, another show here, folks. I love when these old shows, and when they were like 40 years ago, they come back. I don't know if you were a big follower, but I used to watch this when Tom Baker was the doctor. We're talking about November 26, 1962, Doctor Who. Never used to watch it on Channel 11 ever.
I never did.
Okay. So there
I
you
was
go.
one of the few that didn't
watch it. And did you know that Jack Lord from Dragnet was offered the part of Captain Kirk, Star Trek, but he turned it down? Imagine what that would have been like as Dragnet guy, right? Jack Lord as the Captain Kirk. So, of course, there's a genius. This William Shatner, he don't quit.
No.
He still looks good. He's out there making records. He's swimming with sharks.
He's a nutty guy.
He's a nutty guy. He went to the moon, right? Whatever it was. I mean, how cool is that? I mean, you just got to love that, folks.
Did you ever see him do that Rocket Man thing?
Yeah. Yeah. That was, amazing. Amazing, folks. Amazing. Biggest lies we're ever told is blood is family. No blood makes you related. Loyalty, love, and respect makes you family.
I would agree.
I would agree with that too. We know that. I mean, I know tons of families that go there. They don't talk to their cousins. They don't talk to their uncle. They don't talk to their. After the grandparents die, everybody just runs. So it looks like everybody was just hanging together because mom and grandpa said that you had to. You had to be there on Sunday. But the minute they all passed away, it's like, how with him and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it just falls apart. I mean, I've seen it happen in my, my
Do you have a big family, Lou?
No, always small. I only have 4 cousins.
Okay.
I mean, that's nothing compared to everybody else.
Well, see, my cousins are all in Italy. I have nobody here.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
For an Italian guy, I mean, they're all in Italy. But are you close with your cousins?
We're okay.
Yeah.
I got one that lives in Arizona. I didn't hear much from her. But the weird thing is, everybody, my mom's brothers and sisters, my dad's had a sister. Mm-hmm. Everybody only had 1 kid.
Okay, so that's why there was no.
That's right. So there's it's
Leo, when you wanted to be in the rock band and you were growing up as a kid, did your parents give you a hard time when you try to take it seriously?
They were okay. I mean, they bought me my first guitar. I had to beg for them for about 3 years. They freaked out when I was all signed up to go to school at Southern Illinois in Carbondale.
Okay.
I was supposed to start there in mid-August, and then on 4th of July weekend, I auditioned for a band, and I had to go tell them, I'm joining a full-time band. We're going on the road.
Yeah.
So that didn't go over all that well.
No, it did. And after a while, they see that's in your heart. Just like when I quit the bakery with my dad, we told this story many times. It was like, okay, we did what we wanted to do, and it was you got.
Well, but I also told them too. I wasn't like a screwball. I said I'm going to do it for a year or two, and if nothing happens, I go back to school.
What the hell?
That's
there
all.
You go. And look,
it didn't even last that long because disco happened.
Yeah.
And the oil embargo happened.
So that kind of cut everything down.
We ran out of work.
And let me ask you that too. That when you're in the rock band, I know this happened to me, and all of a sudden a pop band or whatever you were in, all of a sudden the grunge hits,
Yeah.
and all those people, because all they want to hear is that Nirvana and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And now it's amazing when you go out and you see music, you can go to different spots and there's
See
all
different
genders of
stuff.
music everywhere.
Yeah.
But isn't it funny though, Leo, that the stuff that we've been when you were playing with the Heartbeats, stuff you're playing now, or you do a lot of country, but you do old country or mostly all modern country?
Mainly modern, but we do a couple of Johnny Cashes.
So how
and-
far
and-
back do you go modern wise till you call it modern? In the 2000s?
Well, I think there's a lot of stuff from the 90s
Okay.
that's considered good.
Okay, that's
I know.
modern then too.
Yeah.
But if you think about that, still that old country and all that stuff is still popular. Or the old stuff that I do and those songs from the 50s, 60s, 70s,
Yeah.
it's still popular. Do you think the music like today, like Can't Stop the Feeling by Justin Timberlake, will still be a top 20, 30 years from now remembered as a golden,
I mean,
K-Tel
you
presents?
may have a couple, but I don't think many. I mean, there's like I work at a school, and I'll still see the kids. They're still wearing Zeppelin T-shirts. And,
Yeah.
I mean, they
Yeah.
know all of the stuff that we thought was cool.
High school kids wearing Zeppelin t-shirts or Van Halen t-shirts
Yeah.
or Ramones t-shirts or Beatles.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Beatles, you get a chance to get back yet?
No.
And it was a 3-day, it's a 3-parter.
Yeah.
It started on Thanksgiving night. Peter Jackson,
You
the guy
got
who
to
did
have
Lord of the Rings.
Disney for that, don't you?
Yeah, you have to have
Yeah, I
Disney
don't
for
have
that.
Disney.
But the quality, I've seen some of the previews of the
Yeah.
quality of the wow.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be on DVD or something.
Well, I'm
I'll
sure it'll be
catch
on
up to it
regular
then.
cable eventually after it comes
Yeah.
out. Yeah, you can see it on anywhere else. But Ringo said he did not like the documentary.
For what?
Ringo quoted, I was happy. I haven't seen it yet, but I want to see the turmoil
hmm
at that particular time. I mean, when you see the Beatles always smiling, happy,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. I want to see what led up to the ending. It wasn't Yoko. It wasn't Linda.
Yeah.
It wasn't, I believe, you're a big Beatle fan, obviously.
Oh yeah.
So do you believe that if Brian Epstein did not commit suicide and die, would the Beatles still be together?
No, I think it was running its course.
Or do you think maybe that Brian Epstein would have said, hey, guys, go out and make your own records and come back like Fleetwood
Yeah, that
Mac
could
and like
be.
the Eagles and
Yeah,
all that?
That could be. I never.
That
thought
would
of
have been kind of cool.
Yeah.
Separate for a couple years, go out and do your stuff,
Yeah.
and then come back and make new music.
Yeah. But John Lennon getting shot trying to put a damper on things.
Yeah, I'm sure that would have been. Yeah.
But
So, yeah,
I had something I was going to say now.
that's all right. You'll think about it. Leo
But
Ralph,
you know,
yeah.
the leaded that era,
Uh-huh.
from what I read, is that things calmed down a lot. And I don't know if he's in the movie or not, in the documentary or not. When their keyboard guy,
Billy Preston came in.
that when he came in, it was kind of like a family that wasn't getting along, and all of a sudden everybody acts a little better because we got a
Because
guest.
We got a guest. They were saying that true, and it was amazing how you'd be mean. All of a sudden, the guy walks in, everybody was
yeah,
just to show
putting
face,
on a show.
putting on a show. But it also gave a little inspiration. Even that rooftop
Oh, yeah.
concert. You
Yeah.
seen Paul and John smiling at each other.
Yeah,
Did they know that was going to be their last show? Probably not.
probably not.
Probably not. We watch an Ocean Spit, the little show about big things. Leo Roth from Hillbilly Rockstars in the studio, folks. How about this sad news, man? We heard about that crazy nut driving into the parade in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
One kid, 8 years old,
Yep.
Jackson Spears, died at the age of 8 years old. And one woman that was killed after they did the autopsy, whatever, they did some stuff on her, found out she was pregnant. Told the husband.
Oh, wow.
The hospital told the husband that his wife was pregnant when she got killed. So obviously he did not know. The wife did not tell the husband that she was pregnant. The hospital did.
Or maybe she didn't know either.
Maybe she didn't know either. And he said he quoted something saying that probably God took her better than what a horrible situation to have to go to. Hey, it's time for holiday birthdays, folks. We always save different birthdays for the day. How about you might throw some names out here? The people that watch the show, the viewers that we have every day watch it either at 12 or they watch it during the day because you can see these shows on Twitter. on YouTube and on Facebook. Tony Ocean Show. They're on all the time. You can go back and watch all the libraries, which we started from March of 2020. I'm gonna throw some names out you. Noel Neal. Anybody know her? She was Lois Lane on the original Superman. Happy birthday to Noel Neal, original Lois Lane on the Superman show with Christopher. No,
Wow.
who was the guy who played Superman? The black and white.
Christopher Reeve. No, that's a movie.
That's a movie.
I can't think of the guy.
George Reeves.
Yeah.
George Reeves. Okay, there you go. John Larroquette, the great guy. I loved him on the TV show Night Court.
Yeah.
Celebrates a birthday today. Ricardo Montalban from Fantasy Island. Busty play.
Never understood that.
Never understood it either. Nick Swisher, former member of the New York Yankees, celebrates a birthday. Miley Cyrus celebrates a birthday the last couple of days. Do you do any Miley Cyrus in your show? Being that you do have a woman singer, so she's popular right now.
She's really good.
She got a good voice. Yeah, fantastic voice. Do you guys do any of that, Miley? Or you would not know?
No, we do not.
No Miley Cyrus.
No,
okay, good for you. One of the great rock and roll drummers, originally with Blondie, then with the Ramones, also now in a band with the Empty Hearts with the guys from the Romantics. Clem Burke, one of my favorite rock and roll drummers, celebrates a birthday today. Hey, folks, David Newell celebrates a birthday. Mr. McFeely from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Oh, awesome. Speedy delivery. That's right. Boy, awesome. We come up with some good ones. Of course, Jamie Lee Curtis turned 63 years old today. Tina Turner, of course, and our good friend Carol Minotti. Carol, if you're watching today, honey, happy birthday. You and your husband, Dan, hope you guys are having a great time. Carol, happy birthday, Carol Minotti, good friend of the Tony Ocean Show. Of course, my father's birthday is today. Giancarlo Carrara up in heaven. My dad died at the age of 58 years old.
Wow.
No drinking, no smoking. Died at the age of 58 years old. Typical old Italian that wouldn't go to the doctor. Died of the ass thing. What do you call it?
Rectal
yeah, whatever they call it.
Huh?
But they said he also had chemicals from being a baker. At the time when you were working at the bakery, all those chemicals that they did not know was not safe. So well, my dad said he was going to do everything when he retired. And Leo, he did nothing.
Wow, that sucks.
He went to Italy once a year because of his family.
Yeah.
He went to the Dells every summer. But don't worry, we're going to do it all. We're going to do it all when we retire. Yeah. And you know what, folks? That is not promised. Tomorrow is not promised to anybody. Brian left the band in financial turmoil, indecision of a new management. John was the first to pull out. Albert from the Ron Onesti organization, the Arcada. Yeah, John was the first one to quit, to pull out. And remember, Ringo during those sessions left. How bad was it for Ringo to leave first? Right? He had to leave. And I love Ringo. I mean, if you look at my favorites when it comes to the Beatles, it's John, Ringo, George, Paul. That's the order that I like. I'm a big Ringo fan. I bought all his solo records. But you know what? Even when they were going through all that turmoil, everybody all got along with Ringo. They all talked to Ringo. Even when Ringo put his first solo album out, they all pitched in songs. One of the biggest songs Ringo had, Photograph, written by George Harrison. You know, every time I see your face. I mean, it was written by George for Ringo. So, Albert, I hope you're doing well, my brother. There, Carol. Happy birthday, Carol, honey. Hope you're having a great day. How about, guys, do you remember when a long-distance call was a big deal?
Yep.
Remember, you could, like on holidays, when you get up in the morning and to call people that lived out of the country, and it used to be a big deal and expensive, too. Yep. How about we used to call a long-distance phone on a plane?
Never did it.
Did it once. But yeah, it was expensive. It was a big deal where everybody got around the phone and you're talking to grandma and you call them from Italy and, you know, it was like, wow. And I don't know what a long distance call costs now. Any idea? No. Any idea? I have no idea either.
When I was a little kid and I would visit my grandma and my one aunt and uncle, they lived around 63rd and Halsted.
Okay.
And they had party lines. Remember party lines?
Party lines. Oh,
and
sure.
And they would pick the phone up real quiet, and they'd listen to the other people talking on the phone.
Yeah. Remember those party lines in bars? Remember there would be tables of people, and there was a phone, and it was like a table of girls, there was a table of guys. You'd be able to pick the phone up and talk to the girls or everybody sitting in. I mean, they had some crazy.
I was
shit.
never at a place like that, but I thought that was a hell of a good idea.
That's a great idea. You know what I mean? You can see what they look like, and yeah, it's very good. All right, so Ocean Spit, a little show about big things. Leo Roth from Hillbilly Rock Stars. Let's see here. Let's get in some other good stories. We're talking about the same stuff here. We got a lot of shit to talk about, and we ain't got much time left. But let's see what we got here.
Man, you're
You know-
way organized. Huh?
You know what time it is, folks? It's time for. That's right. Hold on. If we can get to it, way over here, if I'm correct, all the way. One of my favorite things. That's suspicious. That's right, folks.
Oh, yeah.
That's suspicious. WTW, the CDC says not to travel if you're sick or if you're tested positive for COVID-19 or if you're just still in the isolation period, even if you're fully vaccinated. Now, here's a topic that ruffles everybody's feathers, Leo. Here you are. If you had COVID, you didn't. I had it, whatever it was. We know
Yeah.
that's my story, and people had it who didn't have it. But here it is. This is, come on. Of course, if you're sick, who's actually
no
going to go
kidding.
out of the house?
Yeah, thanks for the help.
But the fully vaccinated, we talk about this. There's this division in this country, whether it's political, Democrat, Republican.
Yeah.
That's the one thing. And then, of course, the pandemic with vaccinated, not vaccinated. I know all these people that jumped on the wagon when they got the vaccination, but they won't touch the booster now.
I did.
Okay,
I
so
got it right away.
you got it right away.
Yeah.
So, what do you this turmoil? What do you think about all this crazy stuff?
I can't. Yeah, It's almost like two religious cults arguing with each other.
I love the way you said. That's a great.
You know,
point.
it's just there. I don't see a lot of rational thought on, but they'll both just start going at it, and I think everybody should be vaccinated.
Mhm.
However, it's a free country.
It is right
You
now.
know,
It
so
is.
how? Yeah.
Right now it is. Right
Yeah.
now it is.
So
Yeah.
I mean, how do you? It's a government overreach to just say you have to do it.
Yeah, and I think that's what
But-
everybody was talking about too. That's the feeling that they're getting. It's like even we have the drug cartel out there, but they're not telling you have to take it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's driving some people. But that's part of that's suspicious, folks. Here, another thing too. Wow, it's nuts. Trying to get everything crazy here. I like this part here, folks. If you had 1 decade of music to listen to for the rest of your life, that's it. You can only listen to one: 60s, 70s, 80s, or 90s.
70s.
Yeah, me too. I
There's a
love the
whole
70s.
bunch of things came together. You could go to a record store and there was just tons of stuff to pick from. Weird stuff.
Yeah,
Record companies would take chances on people.
put out that one record there.
Yeah.
And it's still, imagine going to those record stores. I know you're probably the same way. We go to the different used ones and we go down every aisle and look through, or on Wednesdays when it was new record day,
Yeah.
or it's like comic book day on Wednesday. You go and you knew it's the new issue of the comic book. It's just so different now in general how things are going to be viewed with the new generation now with the kids. I mean, it's just so different now. What it's like? What's life going to be like for the kids or our kids, grandkids, and stuff like that?
I don't know. All I can say is I'm glad I grew up when I did.
Oh, I'm right with you, Leo. The views and stuff sometimes it just drives. Here's a great one. I stopped explaining myself and I realized people only understand from their level of perception.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, that's right to the point. Did you know that they have shortage of Santa Clauses this year? They're looking for Santa Clauses, obviously in the stores.
Because of COVID?
Probably because of COVID, or maybe nobody wants to leave the house. Some people, are still afraid to go to work. Some fear, blah, 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 with that extra money coming in when people are sitting at home and they should have been out working. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, with the kids, man, I know Santa Claus, the whole Christmas thing, I got it all, but it's still nice for a little kid to now. Crazy stuff. But how about this one? It's really sad and very another that suspicious, folks. 19.9 million people in America still don't have enough to eat.
Yeah, that's not good. That's kind of nuts.
You know, another thing too that was weird, Lee. I don't know if you knew this,
That's
but the month of
bad.
September and month of October, 4.2 million people quit their jobs.
I don't get that either.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you can't collect unemployment when you quit your job?
They
As
quit
far
their-
as I know.
They quit their jobs. Some of them probably took early retirement.
Yeah,
You would
okay.
think. The cops definitely all quit because they were, I mean, what a horrible thing they had to go through the police department,
Yeah.
police organizations. Some people quit because of the vaccine. I know doctors, I know nurses just quit
Yeah.
off their job. So it's just crazy. I hope it gets, look,
It
this
gets
is
better.
yeah, I hope it gets better. Look, this is perfect. The poor and the middle class are paying taxes. The rich are paying the accountants, and the wealthy are paying the politicians. Wow. That's suspicious. Of course it is. And it's almost like certain media outlets that you look at. Back in the day, Leo, we talk about this all the time 2, 5, 7, 9, 11, 32, whatever it was.
Mhm.
This is what they said. Okay, this is what it is.
Yeah.
Now you watch one station, they tell you one story, the other station tells you something completely different.
No, it's terrible. It's terrible.
Uh,
No.
and it's sad because as a news person, you're supposed to tell the news the way it is, not because you're owned by a Democratic Party or a Republican Party. This is how it's going to go. You know what I mean? It's just crazy, 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 crazy. How about this? Kentucky Fried Chicken drive-thrus, no more. They want to eliminate the drive-thru Kentucky Fried Chicken because the lines are way too long.
They need to talk to the people at Portillo's.
They need to talk to Portillo's. Yeah, the Portillo's people can help them out. We're just talking about Portillo's. Yeah. Very
There's a
crazy.
lot of people who just won't get out of their car to get food.
Yeah.
They're,
No, but
they're shooting themselves in the foot with that one. If you
I
ask me.
think they are too. I think they are too. The media, a lot of people are saying the media is almost looks like they're trying to light a fire to start like a civil war. Is it crazy the way they're like? I don't even know if these people that
Yeah.
work for the media, I don't know what their beliefs are. I know what they have to say while they're working, but what do they have to say when they go home? I mean, what's their real feelings? They can't say it.
Yeah.
They can't say it. It's crazy. I mentioned this. I told this joke at the house a few times. I never mentioned it on Ocean's Pit. Found out Grandpa is addicted to Viagra. No one is getting harder. No one's getting it harder than Grandma. All right, see a little cheer there for Ocean's Pit fans here today on Thanksgiving, folks. We're about another 7 minutes to go. Hey, you go on a date now. It's the whole different world. You go on a date. Who pays first?
As far as I know, it's still the guy.
I still think it's the guy too. But there are some women, 22% of women are insulted that the man pays it when they can pay it themselves. 22% of women.
Then whip out the cash, do
Whip
it.
out, yeah. So
Don't talk about it.
yeah, it's it. Now here's something I really found out weird. According to CNN, 54% of this country, of this particular country in general, drinks once or 3 times a week, and they may run out of alcohol by December. This is the whole country in England. So 54% of these people that live in the United Kingdom drink 3 or 4 times a week. And they say the stores are running out of booze. They say by Christmas, they probably won't have any liquor.
That's a problem.
Now, that's
That's a problem.
That's a problem. That's a problem, boy. I tell you, man, unbelievable. I don't know if you follow the NBA, Michael Jordan and the Bulls. I've never been a Bulls fan. I really don't care for them then and now. But you ever see that silhouette of the guy jumping, the jumping
Yeah.
logo? I don't know if people know this. It's Scottie Pippen. It's not Michael Jordan. And of course, Scottie Pippen went on a roll saying that LeBron was a better basketball player and LeBron and Michael Jordan ruined basketball. Now, maybe because his new book is coming out, maybe after all these years, detention. But I never knew when you used to see that jump logo. I always thought that was Michael.
Yeah, that's
According
the
to
whole point.
Scottie Pippen, he said it's him not Michael Jordan.
What's with LeBron getting suspended or something now? What's going on with
I
that?
didn't even follow.
I have
that.
no idea.
That's crazy stuff.
And how about those Bears, huh?
How about those Bears? Well, I thought
Almost
for sure.
lost to the worst team.
Yeah, almost lost it. And but then they're all celebrating. The city of Chicago is celebrating because they beat the Detroit Lions, the worst team, one of the worst teams in the NFL. Nagy should have been gone.
Yep.
They don't want him gone. Some people do, some people don't. Fire the bum, get rid of Pace, and the old lady should just go.
Yep.
Because I don't know. I don't know what your feeling is, Leo. But if Mrs. McCaskey unfortunately passes away, do the kids keep the team or do they sell it and get the hell out of that whole thing?
I've heard from people who are. I'm the world's worst sports fan.
Okay.
But I hang around with a bunch of sports fans.
Okay.
And all of them say the McCaskies don't know their ass from a hole in the ground when it comes to football.
Well, that's, I think, is proven.
So they should just sell it or hire somebody and just have a hands-off approach
Let them
and let them do it. But from what I gather, it doesn't
I mean,
work
if
that
they
way.
come to Arlington Heights, which looks like it's going to happen,
Yeah, that'll
$40
be weird.
$40 million they have to pay in fee, a fine.
What are we going to do with Soldier Field?
I don't know. How many people are still going to the city? Do you go to the city? If you don't have to?
No.
Okay. When was the last time you went to like the museum or Field Museum or anything? Hello, Chief?
Yeah.
Missed it by that much. That's okay. Ocean Spit Little Show, Leo Roth from Hillbilly Rockstars. That's it. NBC stands for nothing but crap. CBS stands for crap broadcasting system. CNTV says crap. Yeah, another one, news broadcast. MSNBC stands for not now shitty. I don't even want to go. I don't know. It's crazy. Some stuff I write stuff down. I can't even hear it. Hey, do you remember a big deal when we were kids with the Sears rollback catalog?
I would memorize the thing.
Come on, really?
I knew
40
all
years
of the,
ago, Leo.
all of
40
the
years
pages
ago.
of stuff. Well, I'm going back further than
Yeah,
that.
but I mean, think about it.
I would look at the thing every day. I knew this is what I want. This is what I want. I think, like I said, I'm glad I grew up when I did.
When we did. It's almost like the TV guy.
Sears was our Amazon.
Yeah, our Amazon. It was almost like the TV guide.
Yeah.
You get it in the mail, you'd go through it weekly in the mail, and you'd circle what you're going to take with your VHS. Kids ain't going to be able to see that. Jimmy Lyon from North Riverside says Jesus invited prostitutes to dine with, and he's known as the light of the world. I did it, and it made Thanksgiving dinner a little awkward. Jimmy, the great things to talk about, folks. That's right. Oh, my God. We can go along with more great stories and stuff. And I've got so much backed up stories that we never get a chance to tell because sometimes times go and stuff like that. Pet-friendly airlines is going to happen now. Alaskan Airlines and JetBlue will be the first two to allow you to have pets on the airlines. Now, you can now, I thought.
They've got
I see sometimes the little baskets or something they keep underneath the seat. I don't know, but
is that only for like support animals?
Oh, I think maybe you're right. Maybe just for that could be, but this is pet friendly. We'll see what happens with that. Is a hot dog a sandwich, Leo? Yes or no?
Not to me.
Now, are you a Gene and Jude's guy or are you a Superdog guy?
Tell you the truth, neither one.
Is there one you like somewhere?
I just like little hole in the wall, greasy spoons. I think
they make the best. They make the best food. I agree with you.
Gene and Jude's. I went one time and it wasn't bad, but it was like I waited a half an hour for this. It wasn't bad, but for a half an hour
and no
wait,
ketchup. And now they take credit cards. Yes, I know what you're saying. Here, this is something that's very important, folks, and I think it should be changed. Property tax should be stopped at the age of 65. I think let seniors live in their home without getting taxed. I don't think that's ever going to happen.
No,
but I think they should.
I would agree.
Right? You're 65. You work your ass off. Over 65 years old, no property tax.
Yep.
I think it would be a right thing to do. Leo, do you call it soda or do you call it pop?
I think soda. If I think about it, I go, I don't know what I say, but I'm pretty sure soda.
So
Pop doesn't sound right.
Pop does not sound right. Boy. Think about this. According to USA Today, a pregnant woman was outside of Target loading her gifts into the car, and she was shot down by a gang. Just bam, shot her and took the gifts.
Wow. That here?
This is crazy shit. My friend Lillian, who watches the show, I don't know if she's watching today, but she brand new Bronco filled with toys. Ready? They took the whole thing. Just
Wow.
and people think it was all coming to the city, but they're coming to the suburbs, folks.
Yeah, I
They're
hear
in
that
the
too.
suburbs. They are everywhere.
I hear
And
that
hey, it is what it is. We are coming to the end of the show. It's almost time, ladies and gentlemen, for, of course, last but not least, our last sponsor that we don't want to forget, and that's Patriot Funding Incorporated, folks, right out of Roselle, Illinois. Fast cash, $10,000 in 5 minutes. All you need is a copy of your bank statement. All you need is a driver's license, a copy of your lease or mortgage. That money goes to you, $10,000 in 10 minutes. Call Dave Antonelli at Patriot Funding Incorporated, or business credit cards, unsecured credit lines, program highlights up to $150,000 in funding, 0% interest for the first 6 to 13 months. Accounts only reports to business credit bureaus. FICO 707 plus, business registration 8% in good standing. So try it out here. Patriot Funding Incorporated, 630-675-4730. That is Patriot Funding Incorporated. And remember, show every Tony Ocean show from the beginning and the end. Two of our biggest sponsors we have is Eco Solar Solutions, where you always save more energy. And when you save more energy, you save more money. That's right, 630-345-2964. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com, to book a show right there. Tony, call us at 847-769-8609. And remember, you can see the show. Follow us, subscribe us on YouTube. You can see the show every day on YouTube, and you can also see the show on Twitter. We're working on Instagram and LinkedIn, but right now we haven't got there yet. But here's Twitter. Follow us right there on Twitter. And so you can see the show at 3 different spots right now. And don't forget, tonight we'll be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse. Tomorrow, Taverna on Division with Rhino Ryan and Tony Toto. Be a lot of fun, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, Tony, we got our good buddy Leo Roth from Hillbilly Rockstars. Leo, thank you for coming out, man, today and bringing the little Godzilla thing. We know we've had some good times with the band Heartbeats. A little unorganized, but we did have some fun. And at least I got to meet you out of it. I got to meet Craig Olson, another guy. Have you heard from Karen? Anybody? No, nothing. Ever since that, we never heard. No. I still play and still see Anthony Napolitano all the time. He's real busy with a whole bunch of Charles and Charge, and he's got our gang, so he's doing fantastic, doing his stuff. So where are you at again this week?
Tonight is Firewater in Mount Greenwood, Saddle Up next weekend, and on the 17th, we're at Joe's Live. That's kind of the big one.
In the Rosemont. And folks, if they want to book a show, how do they find Hillbilly Rockstars?
We are on the web, Hillbilly Rockstars. We're on Facebook, and and if you make it that far, we have an app also.
There you go.
So
you just put in Hillbilly Rockstars, easy to find, cool name. Absolutely, folks. That's all I can tell you. I need to thank you all for just tuning in, sending me all your stuff and your pictures and stories of some of the stuff I can say, some of it I can't. Dean Milano, 70s disco. I'll go with the 60s. Dino, another great Chicagoland entertainer, fantastic. Also, some good stuff. We get some good, closer shows in the Susan, thank you for, honey, seeing you on Wednesday. I heard $80 an hour. I don't know. It could have been a question that we probably talked about, but I probably missed. I don't get to talk all the time. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, Robert DeGenero, Provenzano. How you guys doing? All right. Anyway, hope you had a great Thanksgiving. It's time for us to go, everybody. Tomorrow we'll be back. Don't forget this Thursday. My wife will be with us. So that's going to be cool. I want you all to have a nice, great weekend. Go out and support local establishments, live entertainment.
Yeah, please.
Please go out, man. Take care of it. And if you have any beefs, try to settle them. Try to make peace of some sort. And whether you're Democrat or Republican, respect each side You know, we don't know what's going to happen, folks. Either, or like Leo said, vaccine or not vaccinated.
Who
I don't know. We did find out a little something when my mother-in-law went in, and her doctor told my wife that he's finding a lot of people dying from double vaccination. So it's a little, we don't know. That's the thing. You don't know what's going on, and that's what's dividing everybody.
Yeah, I think if they approached it more of, here's what we think today,
Bingo.
as opposed to here's what you're gonna do, here's the law as we see it now, and then next week you change it, and then the week after that you change it again.
And like we talked about, I think they wake up in the morning, CDC, and they spin the wheel.
Yeah.
Today we're going to tell them this, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, be safe, but don't stop living your life, man. Go out and enjoy, because
Have
tomorrow is not promised to anybody. Thank you so much. In the great words of Ringo Starr, peace and love. Nick Hodges is going to take us out. The Piano Man, Leo Roth, Hillbilly Rock Stars. Go check it out. Good pal. Hey, Nick Hodges taking us out.
Time to go, it's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
Time everybody watches. Oh,